Welcome back, and this is what we have in store for today. A brand new exhaust for the Kawasaki Z900rs, and as you can see, it's an SC Project exhaust. So really excited to get this on and hear how that sounds. But also today, we're going to be getting rid of the pidon pegs on the bike and replacing them with these, a blanking plate and an exhaust hanger from R&G Racing. Now I've had these a while and I was waiting for the exhaust to come in just so I could do it all in one go. Just a quick note on these. When they came through as stock, they were actually kind of two different finishes. The blanking plate, which goes on the left side of the bike, was actually very, very glossy compared to the exhaust hanger. Not that big of a deal, but kind of bugged me a little bit, so I've just given it a couple of coats with a rattle can. Nothing too fancy there. What I also like about it is that these actually come with a lot of, logos and branding on it. And I was just very conscious of the bike not becoming kind of plastered in tons of kind of brands and logos. So I just want to keep those simple, but it was just kind of a note. They don't come evenly black like this. So this is where the bulk of the work will be. Get that little cover off, get these bolts off, get the exhaust off. Should be straightforward. Well, that could be famous last words. Let's see. And there we go, pidon pegs are off. Put up a fight, but I finally got there. The shiny guard is now off. So just ready to remove the can. Let's give it a go. Okay, I've loosened it up and... oh. Just coming. There we go. Quite a fair weight, good few kilos I'd say. Yeah, but just leave it like that. Okay, so the exhaust is on. Just a little note in terms of the hanger. Now this hanger is obviously designed for the stock exhaust. So I kind of suspected that this bolt point or some of it might not match up. It actually flows really well, but the original bolt point is a little lower. So what I've had to do is just kind of mark this out and then drill a hole through. Pretty straightforward, but obviously these are two parts that weren't designed together. But actually it's working out quite well. So I'm gonna get everything back on, clean it up, and then see how it looks. And there we go, exhaust on, hanger on, bolts on, everything nice and tight. Now the last bit is this little chrome cover. Now this part here slides onto this, pretty simple, and then there's a little bolt here which is supposed to line up there. It doesn't match 100%, and I've triple checked the pipe is on properly. I've had it off and on a couple of times, just make sure that this is nice and snug. So this is sitting exactly where it should be. And these points just don't line up 100% with this. So I'm going to reach out to S&C just to let them know. I've done a workaround. I've just had to kind of like bend this a little bit and just kind of twist it around to make it work for me. And it's going to be fine. And I'll show you at the end. But just as a heads up, if you are to order this, at least on my one, it didn't match up 100%. It was off kind of a fair bit, so I've had to kind of get some pliers out and bend it to my will. So just a little heads up if you experience the same. So there it is, it's on. Really happy with the R&G hanger. Yeah, I had to do a little work down here, but not too hard. Really happy with the exhaust. Not so happy with this. You can just see it doesn't marry or flow that well. So I'm kind of tempted to actually kind of remove this piece that I spent a bit of time trying to get on so it did flow, and maybe just grind off the hangers and the tags on the S&C exhaust, because I think it'll actually look a little bit better and flow nicer. But overall, quite happy. Not too hard to do. A lot of it was just kind of unbolting and bolting some stuff on, so not too difficult. Yeah, a little bit of work again just making this kind of marry up. But again, when you're customizing a bike, I guess that's just kind of part and parcel of everything. Now, actually, my long-term plan is I've found that Akropovich do a system that's just kind of straight through pipes, get rid of that big catalytic converter underneath. I need to see when I can get hold of that, but that'll kind of be the next step to just clean this all up. But yeah, let's hear how it sounds.